I'd like to call the September 21st meeting of the Raritan Township Zoning Board of Adjustment to order. The meeting will be conducted in person at the municipal building. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied by the placing of the notice of this meeting on the bulletin board at the municipal building, filing same with the township clerk, and transmitting same to the Hunterdon County Democrat, the Courier News, the Star Ledger, and the Trenton Times. Roll call.
Chairman, Mr. Roger Aarons.
Here.
Vice Chairman Cynthia Schaefer. Here. Mr. Steve Farcio. He is asked to be excused. Mr. Randy Block.
Here.
Mr. Jim Ferrero.
Here.
Vice Chair Pro Tem, Mr. Russell Domji.
Here.
Ms. Lindsay Cool. Here.
Do I hear him?
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead, I'm sorry.
Board professionals,
Good.
Township Planner, Mr. Jeffrey Beccarella.
Here.
Board Attorney, Mr. John Drill.
Here.
Board Stenographer, Ms. Jackie Clapp.
Here.
And the following board professionals have asked to be excused. Landscape Architect, Mr. John Morgan Thomas, Traffic Consultant, Mr. Jay Troutman, Board Planner, Ms. Jessica Caldwell, and Board Engineer, Mr. Mark Katriniak.
Okay, could I hear a motion to excuse Mr. Farcio, please?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Chairman, Mr. Roger Aarons.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Cynthia Schaefer.
Yes.
Mr. Randy Block.
Yes.
Mr. Jim Ferrero.
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem, Ms. Russell Domji.
Yes.
Ms. Lindsay Cool. Yes.
Okay, we have no comments tonight. We do have an announcement. Lindsay, Teller, would you like to address the announcement?
Yes, so the Peter and Tara, how do you say their last name, Jeffrey? Swandrak for 44 Shields. They were scheduled for tonight originally, but there was an issue with their notice. They are going to be carried to the October 5th meeting as well.
Okay,
Hold on. But explain the issue with the notice and what they do or don't have to do before October 5th.
So they noticed everything correctly, but when they submitted to the newspaper, unfortunately, it was past the 10 days. So everything is still all set and they will be heard for the 5th. Anything else, John?
In other words, their notices to the 200 footers were correct and timely. But their notice to the newspaper was too late for tonight. Therefore, we're making an announcement that that application is going to be carried to what date, Taylor?
October 5th
October 5th with no need for a new
for
notice.
further notice.
The newspaper notice is now good for October 5th if we make the announcement tonight. Same with the 200 footers. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. No further
Yes.
notice, carried to October 5.
Correct.
okay, thank you. Distribution and correspondence, we have none. Minutes, we have minutes from the meeting of September 7th. I've read the minutes with one very, very minor correction. I saw nothing. If any of you have, please let me know. If not, then if somebody would care to make a motion, so moved.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Chairman, Mr. Roger Aarons.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Cynthia Schaefer.
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem, Ms. Russell Domji.
Yes.
Mr. Randy Block.
Yes.
Mr. Jim Ferrero.
Yes.
Ms. Lindsay Cool. Yes.
Okay, we have two resolutions tonight. The first resolution is Resolution 2023-05. The applicant Five Birds Farm LLC, Block 86, Lot 26.01. The address is 43 Highway 202 and 31, and it's BOA case 5-2023. I think this is the 7th version of the resolution. John, do you care to make any comments about this? And I
That's
know
correct.
we have a new attachment.
Right, that's correct. This is version number 7 dated September 9. The only thing is, I have this listed as resolution number 2023-06, and the agenda says 2023-05. One of them is right, one of them is wrong. Whichever one is right, we'll make sure gets onto the resolution.
On the front of the app, or front of the resolution, it says,
Oh, I know, it says
06.
23-06. The agenda
Yes.
says 2023-05.
Oh, yeah, I put the wrong resolution. That's why I put the board,
Application.
yeah, application number.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this resolution now, I just want everyone to review Exhibit A and what the resolution, why it's clipped on and it's referred to in the resolution is because the resolution talks about these buildings by the names the applicant used during the hearing, but the survey didn't have the same nomenclature. And so I had the applicant have their engineer add the nomenclature from the resolution. So if someone picks up this resolution next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now,
Right.
you'll know exactly what's permitted where. And I just, the board can look at that, and Lindsay, now you got me saying it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Taylor, I hopefully made a large size one so people could see it better. But the small size Exhibit A is going to be attached to the resolution. And if anyone needs to look, there'll always be a large size one in the file.
John, will these be kept in a file if anybody had to look at them in the future?
Well, the resolution with this exhibit is always kept in the file and in the resolution book. What I'm saying is there's a larger size exhibit that will also be kept in the file, just in case someone doesn't, so they don't have to use a magnifying glass to look at Exhibit A.
Okay. Does anyone have any other corrections to the resolution? If not, can I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I second it.
Roll call?
Chairman, Mr. Roger Aaron's,
Yes.
Vice Chair, Ms. Cynthia Schaefer,
yes,
Mr. Randy Block,
Yes,
Vice Chair Pro Tem, Ms. Russell Domji,
yes,
Ms. Lindsay Cool. Yes.
Okay, our next resolution is resolution number 2023-02. Salim Basha Abdul Bashir, and it's block 607, lot 39, and the address 61 Old Clinton Avenue, BOA case 22-2021. And this is version 4 of the resolution.
That's
John, you-
correct. Yep. And
Do
this,
you care to make any comments about this resolution?
yes, I do. So this one's dated September 15, and as the chair said, version 4. We do have to make one addition tonight, and it's not a new condition. It's just if you look at page 9, under condition 1B6, that's a plan revision, and 1B6 says, add a note to the plot plans stating that the portion, I'm sorry, wrong condition. It is 1B. Hold on for a second. Oh, I have to find, there it is. I'm so sorry. It's 1E12 on page 11. It's the last plan revision that board members wanted during the hearing, and it says add a note stating that and revise the plot plans to reflect that all setbacks from property lines shall be 50 feet as a condition of the grant of the planning variance. And so that is correct. And just to make it crystal clear, and so that if the applicant, for example, ends up selling this lot, you know, whoever they sell it to is on notice of this, besides having a note on the actual plot plan, I went on page 13 and I've added and I've inserted a new condition 13. So existing condition 13 is going to become 14. Existing condition 14 is going to become 15. And the new condition 13 is going to be titled setbacks, underlined period. And then it's going to simply say all setbacks from all property lines shall be 50 feet as a condition of the within approval period. That way, no one's going to miss that that's what the board said, 50 feet, and the applicant agreed to it. So with that, I will revise this resolution tonight if the board approves it. and it will become draft number 5 with September 21 date in the upper left-hand corner, and that will be the only addition, unless any board members have anything else.
Okay.
John, I actually have something.
Okay,
On the last page for the votes, you
Yep.
put vote on motion duly made, blah, 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 on July 15th. It should be June 15th.
oh, you
Very good.
are right, very
Good
good.
catch, Taylor.
Good catch. I'll make that change also.
That's- okay.
Okay. Anything else? Could I hear a motion with the changes that Mr. Drill is going to make to this document?
I'll make a motion.
I second it.
Roll. No. This is a final
John?
resolution.
John, there are members of the audience
We have 3.
and they're just wondering, are they allowed to present any comments to the board for this resolution?
No,
Or no?
their attorney did, and the attorney accepted it as to form and substance.
I'm not getting it. I don't know who's speaking.
I mean, listen, if the board wants, why don't you let them come up, identify themselves, and hear what they have to say? But this is to memorialize the resolution. The approval was already granted.
Correct.
So it's up to the board. You do not have to allow public comment on the adoption of a resolution, but you can if you want.
John, I don't know whether you heard this gentleman's comment.
I did not.
Why
Jackie,
doesn't the gentleman
Jackie,
come up and make the comment?
okay, so have him come up, identify himself, and give his address.
Yeah, I'm Dean Ingram. I live next door to this whole mess.
Yeah,
And
You're
all
just
this
gonna have to
decision-
repeat yourself. I'm sorry for the
Yeah.
stenographer.
You have to go slow and enunciate your words. What's your name, please?
Dean Ingram.
Can you spell the
I live
last name?
next door to
Can you spell your
What's
last
that?
name? Can you spell your last name?
INGRAM.
Okay, and what's your address, please?
41 Old Clinton.
Okay. Now, recognize your only comments can be about the form of the resolution because they voted to approve on June 15th, 2023. So the comments can't be as to you agree or disagree with the underlying approval. It's just on the terms of the resolution.
They voted to decide on this without the necessary documentation. I brought it up to you last time at the meeting and you shoved it down my throat and said, where is it? Show me. It's not my job to bring the documentation. It's not my job to do the homework. This is the document that decides everything that goes on with that right of way, and it wasn't even considered.
Mr. Chairman, I mean, I appreciate his comments, but now it's over. The hearing was closed. So
So why didn't anybody do their homework? Why didn't anybody have this document? Why wasn't this reviewed?
that was your responsibility, like I said in
It's
June.
not my
Yes, it
responsibility.
is. It's your responsibility as an objector. If you think the board doesn't have anything, it's your responsibility to bring it to the board's attention, and you didn't.
You start the war.
The board does not have to do independent research. The board does not have to do independent research. If an objector wants to bring something to the attention to the board, it's up to the objector to do so. That's what I told him in June, and he left in June, just like he's leaving now. So I suggest that someone make a motion to adopt the resolution with the 2 changes we just specified.
I'll make a
That's-
motion.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Vice Chair, Mr. Roger Aaron's,
Yes.
Vice Chair, Ms. Cynthia Schaefer,
Yes,
Vice Chair Pro Tem, Ms. Russell Domji,
Yes.
Mr. Randy Block,
Yes.
Mr. Jim Ferrero.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now, the last item that we have are the applications, and all 3 applications are to be carried, but I'm going to take these one at a time. The first application is BOA case number 3-2023. The applicant is Luis A. Pastrana Hernandez and Margarita Pastrana. And the location is block 71, lot 10. The address 9 Cool Road. The application is for a request for a bifurcated use variance for a second principal use on the property. And we have a letter from Robin D. Wright Esquire, addressed to Taylor. And it reads, "Dear Ms. Vaughn, this firm represents Luis A. Pastrana Hernandez and Margarita Pastrana, the applicant, in connection with a bifurcated application for variance relief pending before the board. Following up on our conversation, we respectfully request an adjournment to December 21, 2023. The applicant will renotice. The applicant consents to extending the time for the board to act upon the pending application to February 29, 2024. Thank you, very truly yours." And it's signed Robin D. Wright, Esquire.
Okay, so technically, this is going to be rescheduled. It's not being carried. This is going to be rescheduled. And I assume that Taylor knows that this December 21 date is available, rescheduled to December 21, and they must renotice. Is that correct, Taylor?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, our next case is BOA case number 14-2023. The applicant Susan and Bruce Miller, the location block 5.01, lot 12, the address 101 Old Clinton Road. The request, or the application is a request for a D variance for an attached accessory apartment to existing single-family dwelling, pardon me. And I have a letter from Mr. Gruenberg's office. And the letter reads as follows. Dear Taylor, please accept this letter on behalf of my clients, Susan and Bruce Miller, to have the public hearing on the above application rescheduled to the board's November 2nd, 2023 meeting. This will confirm that an announcement will be made at the September 21 meeting that the hearing is being carried without the need for further notice by the applicant. Thank you for your courtesies in this regard. Very truly yours, Stephen P. Gruenberg, Esquire.
Okay, so this one, even though Mr. Gruenberg in his letter asked that it be rescheduled, this one actually is being carried without the need for further notice to what date again, Taylor?
November 2nd.
November 2nd. And what's the date by which the board has to decide?
Jeffrey, can you just read it? It's on the.
Yeah. The date is
November 15th. Is that pushing it too close?
That's pushing it too close. So my suggestion to the board is to conditionally say, yeah, we'll carry it without need for further notice if you grant an extension to January 31, 2024. If you don't, then we're going to dismiss it without prejudice.
all right.
And that, Taylor, you send an email to Mr. Gruenberg tomorrow saying, listen, the board made the announcement it's going to be carried to November 2nd, but only if you extend the time the board has to act to January 31. And they said if you don't extend the time to that, it's going to be dismissed without prejudice at the next board meeting.
Okay.
All right, our last case is BOA case number 7-2023. The applicant is Catherine Jankowski. The location is block 77, lot 5. The address 268 Old York Road. The application is for minor subdivision with a D variance. And again, I have a letter from Catherine Jankowski herself addressed to Taylor. It says, the undersigned applicant in the matter pending before zoning board of adjustment for a minor subdivision and variance approval hereby consents to an extension of time for the board to act on the application until December 31, 2023. Very truly yours, Catherine Jankowski, the applicant.
Right, okay, but Taylor, what do the notices on this application say, assuming that the notices were done in time?
That they are scheduled for October 5th as well.
Okay, so this one is not that it's being carried to October 5 without need for further notice. This is scheduled for October 5, and the problem was that the applicant had not granted an extension of the time. So Taylor told them, you either got to send in a letter extending the time to 12/31/23, or it's going to be dismissed tonight. So they've extended to 12/31/23. They're scheduled for October 5, 23, and we're still waiting to see if they properly noticed. And once they send in the affidavit of publication in the newspaper and the affidavit of service of the notices, Taylor will know whether they properly noticed, and it can proceed on October 5. That's why I suggested she ask for an extension to 12/31, just in case something went wrong.
That is it for the applications tonight. Our next board meetings are October 5 and October 19. I don't think we have any other business, so could I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Enjoy your ice cream, everybody that's there.
Anybody going?
The next time you see me, October 5, I'll be in Israel, but I'll be doing this over Zoom like the old days.
John, just,
Well, it's getting
I
a little
will be emailing you tomorrow or whatever day you leave, just to be sure you have everything you
Right.
need for the 5th.
cold. Sounds working.
Perfect.
John, could you say that again? When do you leave?
I leave October 1, I'll be back October 15, but I'm going to be doing all my meetings. I'm not going for vacation, I'm going for a wedding, and I'm going over with my son-in-law to help him with my grandson, because my daughter's 7 months pregnant and she's staying back. So this is I'm just in a different location, working virtually the whole time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Have a safe trip, John.
have a nice night, thanks.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.